All right. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala. It's your boy
Shalom.
Yeshua. Khan here with Iraq. Yeah, so this is gonna be this isn't really a uh lesson video with scriptures, This is more of a just a current events video real quick. Something to do real quick and put it out there. So it's the title is America Said What? Right? It goes this is taking a look at Biden's administration, right? And when he first came into office. So I'm gonna share my screen. So this is a article from January 1st, 2021, right? And it goes back before that. Um so let's just read. It says Biden kills Keystone XL permit again. So it says the decision came despite pleas to Biden from multiple Canadian government officials to give them time to make their case. It says President elect Joe Biden formally announced on Wednesday he was revoking a key permit for the proposed Keystone XL pipeline, the second time a Democratic administration has scuttled the $8 billion project in less than a decade. Biden's actions was part of a series of executive orders on his first day in office that included revoking permits signed over the past 4 years that do not serve the U.S. national interest, including revoking the presidential permit granted to the Keystone XL pipeline. Um, why is this important? Let's keep reading. It says the decision came despite pleas to Biden from multiple Canadian government officials to give them time to make their case for the 1,200-mile pipeline, which they argue has dramatically changed for the better environmentally since it was first proposed in 2008. So this pipeline, as soon as it got rejected during the Obama Biden administration, right? Then Trump came into office and Trump geared it up again and started production for the pipeline, for this oil pipeline. Then Biden came back into office and like on his first day he killed the project. You know what I'm saying? Put a lot of people out of work, and that's when we felt that big blow. It was a big heavy blow. It's at the same time, that C-19 was hitting. So this was a major blow to the economy, to the workers, to everything, right? um so this pipeline is very important because this pipeline is what brings us like oil from like Mexico. It brings us oil from Canada. This is what imports our oil safely, right? But they killed this project. um why did they kill the project, right? This was Biden's clean energy plan is a strategic roadmap for eliminating coal as a fuel source for electricity and cutting carbon emissions by 90% from 2005 levels by 2040 while maintaining affordable and reliability. So he came in to office because the Democrats has this clean energy plan. Now this was crazy. If you pay mind to it, you could see everything. What's You could see like the roadmap basically. So they killed the pipeline, so we can't have oil coming into the country safely, right? We can't have this oil that's being brought into the US. Right now, watch this. This was something that recently took place in Canada. So remember, oil from Canada coming into America. They killed the pipeline so that oil can't come into America. And then we have this scene that took place recently in Canada. So it says scenes from the Canadian trucker protest. It says law enforcement officers on Friday began an unprecedented operation to remove protesters and their trucks and cars that have been blocking streets in Canada's capital of Ottawa. Um, it says thousands of truckers participated in the so-called Freedom Convoy, fighting a COVID-19 mandate that requires all Canadian truckers crossing the U.S. Canadian border to be fully vaccinated or quarantine in their homes for 2 weeks when they return. So these trucks are trucks that are delivering oil, food, and other types of things into the US. But now these truckers are being hit with mandates and all this other stuff. So now they're protesting, which halts the delivery of these goods. This is all part of a plan. All part of a plan. So when you go back to Biden's beginnings, right, of his, presidency or whatever, he was saying how he wants to kill the oil and start a green electric, right, like clean energy plan. And why is this important though? So now we have the war in Ukraine, right? And just let's take a look at something, right? It says um so how much oil does the US import from Russia? So it says about 8% of US imports of oil and refined products. So, or about 672 barrels a day came from Russia last year. So our oil import from Russia is only 8%. This is minuscule, right? This compared to, I mean, 100%, right? This 8% only. This is little, very little. So because of this, our gas prices rise. So this isn't true. This is a made up story. This is a made up game. I want y'all to look at this real quick because now, just the other day, Biden said this, and I don't think you guys could hear this. So let me let me share a new screen. Um,
Bring it
so
out.
so you guys could see this. Um, so check this out. Let me see. Tell me if you could hear this.
Today, I want to talk about one aspect of Putin's war
Loud and clear.
and has real effects on the American people. Putin's price hike that Americans and our allies
So he said Putin's price hike. This has nothing to do with Putin. It has everything to do with the sanctions that you're putting on Putin. So now you won't receive oil because you put sanctions which eliminates yourself from receiving oil. So the gas hikes is on you, not on Putin. It's crazy.
are feeling at the pump. I know how much it hurts. As you've heard me say before, I grew up in a family like many of you where the price of a gallon of gasoline went up. It was discussion at the kitchen table. Our family budgets, your family budgets to fill a tank, none of it should hinge on whether a dictator declares war. Today, I'm authorizing the release of 1 million barrels per day.
1 million barrels per day of American oil reserve. Meanwhile, we can't even get oil from anywhere else. So Canada is not being able to provide oil. Mexico and Venezuela, their oil production is depleting as well. So nobody could get oil, right? Like basically the oil industry is on lock right now. Um in the news recently, Saudi Arabia snubbed Biden. Biden went to go call Saudi Arabia to see if he could get some oil from them, and they didn't even answer his phone call. Instead, they're making deals with Russia. So now this dude is panicking. So look,
For the next 6 months, over 180 million barrels for the strategic from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is a wartime bridge.
so he's now. Oh my gosh. 180 million barrels a day. This dude is this. See, if you guys don't see the plan that's happening or what he's trying to do, yeah, I really need to wake up. He's depleting our oil reserves at the same time making these sanctions to where he can't even get oil from anywhere else. So now he lays the foundation, which is let's screw ourselves over by not being able to get oil from anywhere else around the world. But then at the same time, now let's deplete our reserves.
Yo,
Go ahead.
in the caption underneath the video, it says that President Biden said the United States would release up to 180 million barrels. So if he said 1 million, what was it, a day?
Yes.
Would 180 million mean that they already have planned to release up to half a year's worth
Yes.
of so it's a pre-planned depletion, like you're saying, of the oil reserves.
Yes.
Because why? How can you look 180 days to the future and know? You know, they gave that number. So that number from April. Where's this article from? April, basically
Oh,
April 1st. No, April Fools. So they
yeah.
do these things on these days too. So they on April Fools, everybody's talking about, which was yesterday, I believe. You know, about this 180 million barrels, but it's a damn plan, bro. It's a trick. They're tricking the
Right.
people of America.
Right. This is a whole it's destroying, it's gonna destroy America from within, right? That's the plan, basically. Destroy it from within. And these Democrats, they're the one at the head of breaking this whole country down and doing what they got to do. All praise to the Most High. But at the same time, if you ain't ready for what's about to come, you know, I don't know what else to say. There's gonna be big problems coming to this country, and it's being done on purpose. So 180 million barrels a day, yo, dog, a day. That's that's
Six
like
months. That's October. So they definitely got something planned as the
yeah.
depletion goes
By the
on.
winter, shit is gonna get even more crazy. By the winter, you're gonna see things like really hitting the fan, really hitting the fan. So, what else did America say that was like a big wow, right? Yeah, Biden, yeah, he is. I don't even know. I don't even think he knows what he's doing. I think he's just being puppeted to like all the other ones. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I'm even surprised he could read like the teleprompter, and you know what I'm saying. You remember a line or whatever. But yeah, this dude is lost. But so what else was in the news that America is saying, right? Check this out, bro. So it says let me see. Let me see if all right, let me remove this. Let me share my screen again. And look at this. It says exclusive US warns India others against sharp rise in Russian oil imports. So it says I'm down here. Let me see if I could zoom in a little. That really didn't help. But so it says New Delhi, March 31st. A significant increase in Russian oil imports by India could expose New Delhi to a great risk as the United States prepares to step up enforcement of sanctions against Moscow for its invasion of Ukraine. Um, so in other words, US is telling India that they better chill in messing with Russia, and they better not be buying oil from Russia. Yo, America is not only trying to deplete itself, but it's trying to deplete the rest of the world also, and trying to like bankrupt and make these other countries, you know, go down. And this is crazy because who the hell are you to say that I cannot buy oil from these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only buy oil from you, or from, people that or mess with your money. This is crazy. This is really, really serious. Now, the thing about this is India and Russia, they're part of an organization, and this organization is called the BRIC. Um, here's a little photo. This is the BRICS. Well, it's now the BRIC because South Africa has dropped out of the BRICS. So now it's just the BRIC, which is in China, Russia, Brazil, and India, right? So this is the BRIC. So it says BRIC is an acronym coined to associate five major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. But remember, South Africa has dropped out of it. The BRICS members are known for their significant influence on regional affairs. So there's a group called the BRIC, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Now, a lot of people, there's brothers out there that equate the BRIC to Zechariah 1 and 20, which says, and the Lord showed me four carpenters, right? So these are supposed to be like the carpenters that go against the four horns, right? So, I'm not really gonna get into that too much because it's on it's deep. It's a little deep breakdown. So, but what I'm trying to say is there America is going after Russia and then sanctioning Russia, sanctioning China. Now they want to sanction India. So this goes to show you that there are a group of people or a group of nations that are gonna come against the whore of Babylon. This is revelations being played out. That's why I thought this was very important to bring out. Um um yeah, it's steps and it's what we seeing though is what we seeing happening is the steps that lead to revelations and lead to the situation in revelations. So another thing that I wanted to bring out was this right here. This is called the Great Reset. um do you remember when I showed you some clips from that Z Nation show, and on the window on the background it said there was stickers or like flyers or posters talking about the Great Reset in that show?
Yeah, Khan. It was part of an advertisement for that show. Yeah, Khan.
Right, right, right. So it's real, and they were trying to show you this in that show, right? So this is real. It says the Great Reset is the name of the 50th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum held in June 2020. Now remember, June 2020. This was right before Biden came into office and killed the Keystone Pipeline and everything else. So it says it brought together high profile business and political leaders, convened by Charles, Prince of Wales, and the WEF, with the theme of rebuilding society and the economy following the C-19 pandemic. So you see that this is all part of a plan that was stemming back even before Biden became president. This is crazy.
Yeah, because why would the set goal be rebuilding society during or following the COVID-19 pandemic? And this is only 3 months after, you know, the major countries started saying it's actually a pandemic, which March 2020, the United States of America declared it a pandemic, meaning it's, worldwide. So how 3 months later are you preparing for the future on something you have no knowledge of when it's going to end?
Correct.
Yeah, it could
Correct.
have it could have ended 3 months from there. So what would be the point of having a World Economic Forum meeting 3 months later and deciding the future of society, meaning world society?
Right.
So the brother Yashar is saying that this is definitely a plan. People got to read into this information. These people
Right.
are the world leaders. What is Prince Charles stepping on the world? This out of the shadows and talking about rebuilding society. After these people are Illuminati. This is what people got to recognize. These people believe they run the world. They own the world and its people.
Right. So this is, this was something that I thought, man, bro, this, people got to see this. People got to not only see this, but they have to see it being played out, right?
That
Because
tied in lovely, Ark. That tied in. That all
yeah,
tied in. Definitely good, bro.
I mean, that's what I've been looking at. You see what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Biden came into office and killed the Keystone Pipeline, which put a lot of welders, a lot of oil workers out of business, out of work. And this even impacted me because at the time, um, I was working for a it's called heat exchangers, and so what they do is let me just, since we got time and we just um so this is I used to work making these things right here. um these are used. So okay, so what these things do is they take oil, right? You pump oil in from one side, and then it cleans it out and pushes it out from the other side, right? And when you put the oil in there, it also heats it up and then spits it out clean on the other side. So these things right here are a big tool for the oil industry. And the minute they killed the Keystone Pipeline, this job right here shut down. So that affected me because I was one who was making these things. This is what I would weld on. This is what I would put together. You see what I'm saying? So my job also ended due to the fact of these people killing the Keystone Pipeline, right? So I have firsthand experience at what Biden did. You see what I'm saying? So so yeah, when he talks about clean, he talked about killing the Keystone Pipeline. He killed it. Then he pushed this green energy thing, right? Then from there, he's he's talking about sanctioning Russia, sanctioning other countries, and now depleting our reserve, whatever we have left. It's a plan. It's a layout. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is all a layout. And if you don't see the steps that's being taken, you're gonna fall victim. And so this is what I'm saying. Like, there ain't nothing really you can do other than get yourself right with the Most High and prepare for the worst to come. You see what I'm saying? Um, I was watching a movie the other day that I had watched a long time ago. It's called The Road. I don't know if anybody ever see The Road, but if you know that movie, The Road, is something serious. Like, it talks about it's after a nuclear fallout, and yeah, there's no gas, there's no anything. Millions of people are dead, billions of people are dead, and just a few survivors, trying to make it, and I don't know for what, but just trying to live. But it was an eye opener, once again, that, man, we could get into those times where we ain't got nothing and this whole world is destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to be, you know, you want the Most High. You want to be taken by the Most High. You don't want to be there where, like, you're fighting just to eat crumbs, and like literal crumbs. Like, these dudes was just going around eating whatever the hell they could find to eat. Like, yo, it was scary. Like that's just an eye opener again. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that are gonna happen in this world, and if you're not right with the Most High, man, I don't know what to say. So I think this whole thing that I'm trying to say is just be right with the Most High. Get right with the Most High. This is why we're in the truth. This is why we follow those commandments to the best of our ability. And this is why we have faith and belief. It's not just, yeah, I believe and that's it. But no, we try to follow those commandments to the best of our ability, because that is what's gonna shield us, right? That's what's gonna protect us. So we have to do those commandments. We have to keep the faith. Without that, I really don't know what are y'all gonna do when there is no more oil and you can't drive your car to work. You know what I'm saying? Then what you gonna do? It's scary. It's a scary situation. I think it's something that everybody needs to wake up and open their eyes on, because it's coming. It's coming. It's definitely coming because it's part of a plan. It's not something that's gonna accidentally happen. It's something that they're forcing to happen.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, also in the scriptures, there's something that we refer to in the truth as losing oil. When you say you're losing oil, that means you're falling away from your power. You're falling away from God. So they're self-inflicting themselves to lose oil because they deal with chaos, controlled chaos. So when they're losing oil on purpose, and the truth, when you fall away from God, is you have the symbolism of the virgins losing the oil.
Yes, the
The
10 the
oil,
10 virgins.
right, it lights the candle. It leads you towards the marriage, which is salvation. So they're self-inflicting themselves to lose oil, meaning they're going into darkness. The darkness they're going into is a new world order. So that's all symbolic. Also, check out if you can. The keystone etymology is very interesting because keystone means to hold everything together. So by them shutting down the keystone pipeline, they are saying that they're ready to smash the system. So let me read that out. It says, keystone, a stone. Also, the Freemasons and Freemasonry and the occult Freemasonry, they deal with stones and building and builders. The stone in the middle of an arc, typically the upmost stone, which holds up the others. Early simply key from key in figurative sense of that which holds together other parts. So what are they trying to do? They're trying to break the system. And it started with the Keystone
Mm.
Pipeline. Or from its Middle English architectural sense, projecting ornament of an at the intersections of ribs of vaulted or flat ceilings. Being the last part in, it is regarded as keying or locking together the whole structure.
Wow.
You see that? So the keystone, they probably gave it that name on purpose, knowing that that would be the beginning of them, you know, you know, bringing the system down in order to rebuild it again. This is it's called build and destroy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So figurative sense, chief element of a system, and we're dealing with that's the beginning of them trying to just uh, bring chaos into the cities and states of America. Is from the 1640s. Pennsylvania was called the Keystone State. This is why it had me think. I said, wait a minute. Pennsylvania is known as the Keystone State because of its position, geographical and political, in the original American Confederation, occupying the middle place in the arch of states along the Atlantic. All right. So Keystone State, the reason it deals with that stone is because it's dealing with Freemasonry, right? And Freemasonry, they deal with building and destroying. Huh? You know what I'm saying? They build up a structure and they can tear it down. But it goes to that pipeline. They stop that pipeline. They're trying to purposely bring the American government and the cities and states down in order to further, reset their new world order, so to speak. So that's about it, Ark.
Yo, that's pretty interesting right there, man. Like, so again,
It all came
like,
together now. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, so now it
yeah,
all makes sense.
it makes sense. It makes sense, bro. Like, the whole thing makes sense. Like, if you're not watching this and you're not seeing everything that's being played out, man, that's crazy. This whole thing is just, yeah, man. I mean, again, this has everything to do with the book of Revelations, from America doing what they're doing to even now trying to put pressure on the brick. which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China. Um, and it's funny because throughout this whole thing, Brazil, India, and China are not budging on their stance against Russia. They're holding down Russia. They're you know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, we're not gonna block out Russia. We're gonna do business with Russia. And so it just lets you know that that foundation of the brick, which is funny, right? The brick foundation, right? It's starting, it's happening, and it's growing in strength. Like they're getting and it's Joe. It's not just Brazil, Russia, India, and China. You see what I'm saying? Like we need to focus also on North Korea, right? Iran, Syria, these other countries, Pakistan, these other countries that are underneath these four major countries that are key players in a world war also, and also have suffered sanctions from the United. You see what all these yo, bro, all these countries that are against America are countries that have um suffered sanctions from America. Like, yo, America, is time. It's time, yo. It's time that America actually feels the pain also. You see what I'm saying? Like, so
Con,
there's it's gonna happen and it's coming. And I hate to be one of those conspiracy theory forewarning type of people, but it's obvious, right? It's obvious now.
your arc.
Um go ahead. Ak.
Go to the etymology of brick. Read it. I just read it.
BRIC or
Yeah, B R
BRICK?
I C K. Just read that. Because like you said it, you said brick. They call brick. A brick is a stone. It has something
Right.
to do with stone.
It says brick, rectangular block of artificial stone, usually clay burnt in a kiln, used as a building material early 15th century, from Old French brick, which is probably from a Germanic source akin to Middle Dutch brick, a tile, etymology, a bit, a fragment, a piece broken off from the verbal root of brick.
Break. You see that? They
Break.
broke off. They broke off. They're breaking off from that new world order system. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, I see that. I see that.
A piece broken off.
A piece broken off to break. Yeah. Oh, Ak is putting that together. Nice. Yes, you see what I'm saying though? And again, this ain't even me doing like heavy research. This is just me observing the times. This is just me paying attention and seeing everything that's happening. And I think that y'all need to do the same thing. You know, everybody needs to start waking up and being like, you're like, look what's in front of your eyes. Look what they showing you. You see what I'm saying? The Bible says eyes to see, right? So see, look, you have eyes. Look at what's going on right in front of you. At everything that's being played out. A lot of people don't like looking at the news because they know that they're being lied to most of the time. But there's certain things in the news that when you look and you put two and two together, you can see the obvious. You see what I'm saying? And shalom to everybody that's watching.
Yo, it's crazy that you bring up brick because it was always in back of my mind. I was like, damn, whatever happened to bricks? I was wondering. A lot of people never heard about that, but I remember when they all formed that little organization. It was like several years ago. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, no, it started in 2009. It
Okay, okay.
started in 2009.
And that was a major move. I think that isn't that wouldn't that be an answer to counter OPEC, or am I looking too much into it? Because OPEC is another organization dealing with the oil.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing though. One of the heads of OPEC is Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, con.
Um,
And Venezuela, I know, is in OPEC.
right. Remember when Venezuela fell?
Yeah, con.
Yeah, that was due to helping out these other countries, and America sanctioned Venezuela, and then
Mm.
Venezuela couldn't do business, and boom, economy just. And then now America has the nerve to try to ask Venezuela for oil.
Nah. Oh,
Yeah,
this is it.
bro. America's asking Venezuela for oil right
Nah, I gotta
now.
see that. Nah, I gotta. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
But I'll look. I'm gonna Google it right now. But look, check this out. It says Saudi business group touts plans to improve economic ties with Russia. It says Russia is working to improve relations with Saudi Arabia and wants the kingdom to buy its S-400 missile defense system. So they're gonna start trading. They're gonna trade oil for missiles.
Mm.
So now Saudi Arabia is going to start doing business with Russia. So now they don't want to do business with America anymore, but now they want to do it with Russia. So we see um this BRIC system coming into power, coming into play.
They're
But
breaking away from America. You know.
Khan. But let's look up that thing. US. Check it out. It says U.S. talks to ease oil sanctions on Venezuela get blowback. Republicans and leaning Democrats oppose any move to lift sanctions to help boost crude oil supply amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine. So the yo, the U.S. pauses oil talks with Maduro after backlash. This was 2022. So
Damn.
look, as the price of gas goes up, can the US turn to Venezuela?
No,
They not
they're acting like the Venezuelan state is, worse than Al Qaeda. I mean, it don't make sense, bro. How
no,
they leave that to Venezuela?
it's just a way to um keep these countries in poverty and keep them not having power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's like the slave master denying, food and water, and drink from their subjects. That's
Right.
the mentality of Washington D.C. They have that master mentality. That's
They
why,
have
and in the top of South America, I mean, Venezuela is not no little state, bro. That's a major country in the Western Hemisphere, and look at how they're getting treated.
right, and then now they want to ask them for oil after they done broke their whole economy down and turned it into a freaking freaking a wasteland.
But
Now they
before
want
that,
to ask them.
they were trying to assassinate the brother. They were trying to assassinate the president. Going back to the Bush administration, I forgot the brother's name. Salakia. You know what I'm talking
That's
about, the brother that always hated America, the president of
Maduro.
no, the previous president.
Oh no, I don't
He
know
was
about that.
he was under this guy. Maduro was under this guy. I forgot his name. I don't know how.
Yo,
He called Bush the devil and everything.
all I know is that this is crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like America has some real cojones to be thinking that they don't even they don't even hit the ground. They haven't hit the ground like in so long, to fight. Everything is from the air or from the sea. Like they don't even fight anymore, like because they know every time they go and hit the ground to fight, they get their ass whooped. But the whole thing is you have this nation that swears that you know yes, they could drop bombs on any country they want, and I guess they're using that to their advantage. But there's a time where the bully gets punched in the face. And I think that being punched in the face is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Like America gonna get punched in the face, and then it's happening. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
But
brother's name was Hugo Chavez, Salaki.
oh,
Hugo
okay, yeah,
Chavez
yeah, yeah,
tried
yeah,
to
yeah.
assassinate him, and he failed, a few times. But he eventually died of cancer. But the point is, U.S. has been trying to, mess with Venezuela for more than a decade.
But the whole video, and I'm sorry that scriptures weren't brought out. Because this wasn't basically ideal for scriptures. I didn't look at this video. I just wanted to look at this video as a way of bringing out just current events, just information. I think if you guys are sharp in scriptures, you know which scriptures go with why, and you know how to put those scriptures together. But yeah, I just wanted to open you guys' eyes up and show you guys what's happening and how to, how it's all being planned out and laid out. So I think, yeah, with that, that's about it. That's about all I have. I thank y'all for watching again, and yeah, stay tuned for the next video. All right, y'all. Shalom, y'all.